Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. Here, we're back. It's Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday. Back to the normal schedule. And it is, oh shit, I forgot what week. Is it 14?
14.
I should really be writing these down. It's just these big numbers get mixed up all in my head. Not a numbers podcast. But we're back, and we are sponsored by the Trend Center app. Per usual, the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. Check them out. Link in the bio. 15% off a premium membership. Okay. All right. We're back from Thanksgiving, and I was not feeling very good on Thanksgiving. I went 2-1 on Thanksgiving, but on the whole slate for last week, I went 5-3-1, and I won my surefire. So I'm feeling pretty okay. I've been dog shit the past forever. I don't know. It feels like it's never ended. It feels like it has never ended. This is my first good week in a while. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm gonna respect the board and just take what comes to me. And Chris, how did you do?
I mean, not great, not terrible. I bet the whole board went 7-8. So bet the whole board only down a unit, only down a unit. You don't hate it, but Sunday, the end of the noon slate was not kind to me. Lost my surefire in brutal fashion. Mac Jones and the Jags backdoor cover. That was awful. Lost two unders in a matter of seconds. It was like the Seahawks Jets went over, and then 30 seconds later, I think the Colts scored to go over on like the last play of the game.
Yep.
So yeah, the noon slate, and then the rebounded all right with the afternoon slate went, but it was just brutal. Lost Monday night too.
Did you
And
have
also
that
lost Monday night in brutal fashion because Jameis just could not stop throwing interceptions in the second half of that game. So the losses were just brutal, but still 7-8, not the worst, all things considered. So we're fine. We still got bullets ready for week 14.
Okay. Did you end up taking that Vikings Cardinals under?
Yes, I had 45.5, and it ended at 45.
Fuck you.
That was my one push
That was
because I had 45.
yeah. It was a week where the losses were brutal and none of the wins came easy, other than the Bills. Other than that, none of the wins were easy. That Cardinals Vikings was like 6-3 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of honestly stopped paying attention. I was like, oh, this is crude. Like, I don't put my focus into other games. Don't have to worry about this. And then I see like halfway through the fourth quarter, I'm like, oh my God, this is a sweat all of a sudden. What the hell happened? But I was fortunate enough to have 45 in the hook. I apologize to the rest of the people on this panel who had 45 even, or 44.5, depending on, I don't know. Did everyone at least push?
Wait, you had 45 and a half?
Yeah, it ended at 45, didn't it?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I won.
I had it at 45, so it pushed for me. So
Okay.
I was cool with it.
I also pushed.
Okay, as long as nobody lost.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a 6-3 game at the half and it ends up pushing, it might as well be. It feels like a loss.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, we still got bullets for week 14. So
Okay.
let's go.
Yeah.
Now I'm
John, how did you do?
stinky bored, but I kind of love it, honestly.
So yeah, I went 7, 8, and 1. I also bet the board. Um, I went 2 and 1 on Thanksgiving, but I knew it was kind of gonna be a bad week, just the way that the Bears Lions game ended. Having the over in that game was, I mean, just I'm glad Eberflus got kicked to the curb. He deserved it. I've never seen a more dismanageable clock management. I mean, just what a mm, uh, censoring myself a little bit. But yeah,
It was ridiculous.
yeah, it was ridiculous. That's a good word. Yeah. I apologize. I didn't get my Black Friday pick in on time for the Twitter. I forgot the game started at 2. I was at work and I got home and I was scrolling on TikTok and someone was like live streaming the game and I was like, "Oh shit." I forgot to bet that. But yeah, Raiders plus 13.5. I ended up going on with that. I didn't take the over like I said. Glad I didn't. But yeah, like Chris, the noon slate just kind of kicked me in the balls. It was just bad beat after bad beat. Two unders. I think we both had the same unders. Texans or Jags backdoored covered. Uh, awful, awful, awful. Uh, shout out Will's Surefire. Chargers -1. That was great. And then that was just about it. That's all I won on Sunday, except for the Bucks Panthers over. But I don't think really anyone in America watched that.
I watched it
Oh, okay.
because my Ravens bet was cooked, so I just flipped it over to the end of that game.
Yeah, and I also lost my Surefire this week. Again, it's been a rough week, fellas. I'm not gonna lie. Getting a little depressed just thinking about it again. Kind of ready to move on.
That's what we're here for. We're ready to move on to week 14 of the NFL season. And let's go ahead and get into these games here. All right, so first game we're really going to dive into here is Falcons at the Vikings. All right, the Vikings are home favorites by 5.5 here. And both of these teams, like they're still in the mix to win their division. I mean, Falcons are leading their division, and Vikings have won 10 games. The Lions have won 11, so they're still kind of neck and neck here. And whatever happens on Thursday night football, today night football, because it's Thursday. Um,
That's
it,
really TNF.
yeah,
Today night football.
yeah, today night football. Um,
Chris is
So
not liking
beautifully
that.
said.
both teams kind of need a win here to stay in the race for their respective divisions. Um, I'll go ahead and take this one. Like I said, the Falcons are leading their division, and the Vikings have not really beat the wheels off of anyone. I mean, like 6 of their 10 wins are like less than a score of a point differential, whatever. Um, they have a couple of wins by 10 points. The only team they really beat the wheels off of is the Texans in like week 2 or whatever. And that came out of nowhere. But other than that, all their games have been like semi close, one score to 10 points, maybe 11. And for that reason, I'm taking the Falcons plus 5.5 here. I think this is a big number, and I think that Kirk Cousins definitely wants to redeem himself from last week. Not a good showing. I think this is a bounce back game for the Falcons, and Falcons could win, but also Vikings probably will win. But this is a big number. This is a big number to cover for the Vikings, and I just don't see it. I'm picking the Falcons here. Chris, you seem to be nodding your head in right here.
I completely agree with everything you said. I know 5.5 is a big number. I can do you one better. It is now 6 on DraftKings. So if you want to get that, I don't know if you've locked it in yet, but I got +6, Falcons +6, in case you were wondering. Kirk Cousins was god awful last week, and they still almost won that game.
Right.
He threw 4 picks, and they still definitely could have won that game. I this is it's not a revenge game, but it's against a former team, so he knows Brian Flores. He knows pretty much what is going to happen defensively in this game. I like the Falcons also to keep it close. Like you said, Vikings have not really beaten a whole lot of teams. Haven't beaten a lot of teams by more than a score. I actually have it right here. They have 4 wins by 6 points or more, and the Falcons have only lost 3 games by 6 points or more. So I like to keep within the number here. Also have stat from Trend Center. This is a kind of a specific one. So
Let's
buckle up.
go.
Since 1990, when a dog of less than 10 points is on a 3+ game losing streak, and the total is between 38.5 and 54.5, that team is 216, 122, and 7 against the spread, 6-4 in the last 10. Give me the Falcons +6. I love it. I think this is Kirk Cousins. Like I said, not revenge game, but pseudo revenge game. Sean, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going with the Falcons.
Let's
Kirk
go.
returns to Minnesota. I mean, we're all cut from the same cloth here. It's no secret that Kirk had a brutally awful game last week, throwing 4 picks. But I think he is familiar with this defense. He's familiar with Brian Flores' schemes and his tricks. But this isn't a return, a revenge type of bet. I'm honestly not buying the Vikings' recent 5 game win streak either. They played the Joe Flacco Colts, the shitbag Jags, the god awful Titans, the crumbling cursed Bears, and honestly, they kind of got a little lucky against the Cardinals. Yes,
Got a little lucky against the Titans too.
sure.
A lot of bullshit penalties.
Yeah, a lot of
Lot of
bullshit penalties. Sure.
Yeah.
lucky to cover,
Yeah.
not to win. Lucky to
Yeah,
cover.
lucky to cover. Sure. Um, but yeah, while the Vikings started out hot, they had the number one defense within the first 5 weeks. That has since just fallen apart. I mean, since week 6, they've fallen to nine, and since week 11, they have fallen to 20th overall. I mean, that's quite the downfall from first to 20th. They really haven't been able to contain Joe Flacco, Will Levis, or even Mac Jones. Uh, they gave up almost 350 yards to Caleb Williams, for God's sake. Uh, Falcons cover in the Kirk return. Falcons +5 or 6. I haven't put it in yet. Whatever the Falcons number is, I'm going to take it.
It's 6 right now.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. Falcons points.
Hmm. Might have to lock that in right now or here soon. But okay, next game, a divisional matchup. Browns versus the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Steelers are favored by 6.5 currently. Divisional matchup again. Jameis Winston threw the game on Monday Night Football against the Broncos. That the Browns almost won that game. He just threw it away. It was just it was just bad. It was just bad. Sean, you go first for this pick here.
Right. I'm going to go a little against the grain on what I usually do. Over 44 and a half. Browns have a kind of piss poor defense right now, and the Steelers have a legit top 10 offense at the moment. If this Thursday night game that they played 2 weeks ago in the snow, if that overcashed, I expect this one to cash with flying colors. Plus, Jameis just is allergic to giving the ball to the other team. I've got one, two, three. I've got 6 stats for you. Um, The over has gone. The total has gone over in 4 of Pittsburgh's last 5 games against Cleveland. The over has hit in 6 of Pittsburgh's last 7 games. The total has gone over in 5 of Pittsburgh's last 5 games played in December. The total has gone over in 4 of Cleveland's last 5 games. Total has gone over in 9 of Cleveland's last 13 games as an opponent in the AFC. And the total has gone over in 5 of Cleveland's last 6 games played in December. Yeah, give me the over, please. Even if Jameis is addicted to turning the ball over, he scored 4 touchdowns last week. That dude can still sling it. He can still, I mean, connect to Jerry Jeudy, just throw up almost 300 yards, but whatever. Browns can score. Steelers can score. Give me the over. It's really that simple. Chris, what you got?
I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's over 44.5. How can you not bet this over after what we just saw on Monday Night Football? This is like Jameis is in his bag right now. Like he's throwing for 500 yards and throwing 2 pick-sixes. This is what he does. He's the most electric quarterback in football right now. He is. That's not even debatable. I want him on every Browns game needs to be flexed because Jameis Winston is can't miss football. But in all seriousness, he did dice up a good Denver defense on Monday. And I don't know if Pittsburgh's defense is as good as Denver's, if we're just going to do the math like that. I think he'll be able to have success. Cleveland's defense is terrible. Sean took the stat right out of my mouth. They've their last 4 of their last 5 have gone over. Cleveland's D has given up over 24 points in 4 of those 5 games. The Steelers like to chuck it as well. Russell Wilson. I mean, we know he loves the deep ball. He's kind of back to just prime Russ. So I really like this over.
If Russ, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when we were doing our, pre-NFL futures show, I had a future on Russell Wilson to throw for over like 3,000 yards or something. If he wasn't out for like the first 5 or 6 games, this future would have cashed easily.
What's he at right now? Do you have it?
I don't. I just know it's going to be a loser because he's missed 5 or 6 games.
But yeah, no. I love this over. It's weird, Browns Steelers, but they're chucking the football. This isn't what I've been raised to believe in as a football fan, but is the world we live in. It's Jameis, it's Russ. Let's go points. Will, what do you think?
I liked everything that both of you guys said, but I'm taking a different bet. Not on the other side, but a different category. I will be taking the Steelers minus 6.5. Browns are on short rest, and I low key think that the Steelers are gonna beat the shit out of the Browns, and maybe not like 40-0, but enough like Monday Night Football. I think that's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be a high scoring game where Steelers score like 40 or something, and Browns throw away a cover at with the famous Jameis pick six, and it ends 31-40 or something like that. That is what I foresee in this game. The Steelers, they're, dare I say, back. The past couple of years, I mean, they've always been above 500 with Mike Tomlin, but like kind of not great the past couple of years, just 500. But you know what I'm saying?
They seem like legitimately good this year. Not just like, oh yeah, they're 500.
Yeah.
they'll make the playoffs and get stomped. It's like, no, they seem like an actually good football team.
Yeah. And so that's my pick. Steelers minus 6.5. They're at home. Pittsburgh's going to be rocking the pit. I don't know if they call it that. Um, and I just think Jameis had his time. He had his one game that he returns, and he was awesome. That snow game 2 weeks ago.
We'll always have
He will always have that. But then this the Steelers will have the rest. And that's my pick. Okay, next game. Another divisional matchup. Seahawks at the Cardinals. Cardinals are favored by 2.5. This division is also kind of wide open. I believe the Seahawks lead like seven. I think they have like 7 wins, and then the Cardinals are like right behind them or something. Um, I don't know. I looked at it, didn't write it down. Not going to look it up again. Um, Chris, I'm going to throw this one to you first. What do you think about this game?
I took over 44.5 in the last game. I'm taking under 44.5 this game. These two teams played 2 weeks ago, and I took the under, and it easiest bet of my life. And neither offense has really did anything last week to convince me otherwise. I think this is another snoozer, if I'm being perfectly honest. Something about like them, the Cardinals, I don't know with them. Their offense is very much Jekyll and Hyde. I can't trust them to put up points. Also, honestly, same thing with the Seahawks. You never know which Geno you're going to get. Kind of like Jameis, except not a. Geno Smith is the 99-cent Jameis Winston. It's like he's not as electric, but he'll throw for about 350, few touchdowns, and like 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like this under. Despite the Seahawks Jets last week with a kickoff return for a touchdown and a pick six, pretty much back to back, that game still could have went over with like 3 minutes left, I think. So I'm taking this under again. I just don't think either offense is really capable of scoring that many points. So yes, under 44.5 in a late season divisional game. Sean, what are your thoughts?
All right. Seahawks plus 2.5. Only recently have the Cardinals become kind of a threat to win this division. But I would like to point. I know the Seahawks are leading this division, and I would like to point you in this direction that Kyler Murray is absolutely horrible at home in divisional games. Drafted in 2019, Kyler Murray has only won 3 divisional games at home. One being this season when they beat the shit out of the Rams, 41-10. But before that, he had not won a divisional game at home since October of 2021. I'm
Gross.
going to be a coward and just take the points and not the money line. But this spread is so close that it could come down to a field goal, where the Cardinals kick a last second field goal, go up one. Um, but yeah, this is just purely a Kyler is dog shit against the NFC West. And I did my own like little trend on Trend Center where I was like, I wonder how good Kyler is in division. And overall, when he has, I think, 7 more road wins in division. So he's 24 or uh, he is 10-24 in divisional games. Yeah, he's awful in division. But most of those wins have come on the road. So this being at home, I feel more confident in taking the Seahawks plus 2.5.
Plus 2.5. All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking it.
I'm gonna be a coward and take the points, but That money line is looking delicious. I
Oh,
will say that.
come on, come on. It's 2.5 points.
Check the Twitter.
Okay.
Check the
Okay.
Twitter.
Will?
Yeah, well, what you got?
Oh, thank you. I am also on the Seahawks plus 2.5 here. I don't know if you guys remember, but about 2 weeks ago, I gave out a stat very similar to Sean's. The last time the Cardinals and Seahawks played, it was in Seattle 2 weeks ago. I gave out the stat Kyler Murray is 5-12 against the spread versus the NFC West. Uh, the Seahawks won that game, and now he is 5-13 against that spread. And I will continue to bet against Kyler Murray in divisional games. Um, that's kind of all I really have to say about that. I mean, it's Seahawks; they're a divisional dog. Like, come on. Um, other than that, I mean, I think the Seahawks are they've put it together more better than the Cardinals.
More better.
That's what I said. Write it on my tombstone. Um, okay, next game, Bills at the Rams. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Should this be the game of the week?
probably.
Probably.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. In Los Angeles, Rams are home dogs by 4.5. Let's see that they're in that division with the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Like that division's still kind of wide open, kinda. I mean,
Yep.
it's late. It's it's late, but someone who goes on a run, it's kind of up for grabs. Um, you know what? At the risk of sounding like a moron, I am going to go first here. I'm taking the Rams. Hungry dog runs faster. They need a win. Uh, I'm taking the spread. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll win, but they need to play a lot better if they want to fucking do something this year. And then I have a trend center stat, and it's titled "Fading Teams Coming Off Great Offensive Home Wins." 439, 284, and 28 against the spread. And I am taking the Rams to cover here. It's 4.5. I think it's for a team that really, really needs a win to stay competitive. I think this is a good number. Um, at the risk of being a moron and just watching this game and then the Rams getting their shit rocked by Josh Allen. But if Rams keep it close, that's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for here. Um, Chris, what do you think?
I agree. Rams plus 4.5. Um, I don't. It's stinky, but it feels like the smart play. Bills coming off very emotional win in the snow. They clinched the division. Now they got to travel across the country. They got to play the Rams, who are sneaky, kind of red hot right now. Won 5 of the last 7. I think the Rams can win this game outright, but I am also taking 4.5. Just seems like a letdown spot for the Bills, so I'm going to ride the hot hand with Stafford and the Rams. That's pretty much all it is. it's more of a fade the Bills in this spot than it is that I think the Rams are such a good football team. But I'm taking the Rams. Sean, what do you think?
Well, I was gonna say it's hard to not bet on the Bills right now, but
It is.
apparently
It
it
is
is.
hard. It is hard not to bet on the Bills.
It is hard for you two, but it's not hard for me. I mean, 7 in a row, man. 5 of those by at least 5 points or more. Um, in those two, they were division rivals, being the Dolphins and the Jets, which is a little concerning. But Bills are just they're fucking different, dude. They're on something right now. They're just better in every single facet of this game. Um, the only thing that kind of concerns me is the Bills are kind of lazy on the road. They lost against Houston and the Ravens on the road. Um, but the Rams ain't Houston or the Ravens right now. I feel pretty confident in taking the Bills -4.5 here. Uh, I mean, I just had this thought that, the Bills are on this kind of insane run right now, and the AFC Championship, Bills Chiefs. Bills come out on top to face the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl. How awesome would that be? Bills Lions Super Bowl? Like two dog shit franchises in the Super Bowl who haven't won anything. How
It
awesome would that be?
That'd be
it
great.
would be
Just
it would be incredible.
it would be. It doesn't have anything to do with my why I'm taking this pick, but I just had that thought and it's got me a little hyped up. But I feel really confident in taking the Bills -4.5 here. Yeah, man, they're just different. They're on something right now.
Mm.
Josh Allen getting engaged, Haley Steinfeld. Uh, man, I mean, he's on cloud nine right now. I mean,
His life is
his
just
life is perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
it's
So
bullshit.
yeah, but Josh Allen is like one of the few men who I'm not jealous of. I'm like, good for you, dude.
No,
Good for you.
I'm jealous. Well, good
I'm
for
jealous.
you. Good job, son. No, I'm very jealous of his life. He's very good at football. He's a multi-millionaire, and he's piping Haley Steinfeld. I'm very jealous.
Yeah, and he's gonna cover this game too, which is gonna rock.
He's going to win by 4.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that Super Bowl would be the battle of the craziest fan bases.
It'd be awesome, dude.
Yeah, I think there'd be
Man.
fights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Where's the
more than
Super Bowl
normal.
this year?
Vegas.
Vegas? Oh my God, dude. Can you imagine? Like
Both of those fan bases in
both of
Las
those fans.
Vegas, Nevada. Oh my God.
It has to happen now. I mean, I
I
might
mean,
place a bet just for those,
I do. I mean,
that's mighty
I
tempting.
have the future on the Lions to win the Super Bowl. I would
I do
love it if
too.
they did.
I do too. Yep.
Bills Mafia in Las Vegas. I don't really even give a shit if they win. Just I want to see the videos that come out of this.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I want to see something, but we can
See
continue.
what their odds are.
Yeah, I want to see what the
I mean,
like
it's
the
got to be.
matchup, like the
Oh,
matchup.
the specific.
Yeah, like this.
It's got to be one of the like the top 3 or 4.
Well, I couldn't find like exact matchups, but if you parlay the Lions conference winner and the Bills conference winner, it's plus 650. So,
I mean, they're the two favorites of the
no, they're
conference,
not.
right? They're not?
Well, it's the Lions are the favorites, and then the Chiefs are the favorites.
Really? I thought the Bills were favored
No, no,
over the
no, no,
Chiefs.
no, no. Chiefs
Oh,
are 11-1, dude.
they Bills beat them.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
We'll get into
Whatever.
it right now, actually. Why for the
Right.
Chiefs?
Okay. Right now, we're talking about Sunday night football. Chargers at the Chiefs. The Chiefs at home, favored by 4. Chiefs really haven't beaten the shit out of anyone this year. Can barely cover a number. And I am going to throw this to Sean first.
All right. In my opinion, this is the best game of the week. The slate really sucks this week. So let's just have some fun. Over 43.5. Chargers are on an offensive tear as of late. Chiefs continue to be the luckiest team in the history of the league, but they're also no strangers to scoring. So I love this over. It's a prime time over. Doesn't scare me at all. Division over doesn't scare me at all. This could be a shootout. Let's have fun, dude. That's all I gotta say, really. I really have no insight, no depth, other than just fuck it. we ball and they ball because they're going to score at least 44 points combined. So, yeah, that's my in-depth insight into this game. Um, Chris, what do you got?
Opposite.
Okay.
Under
Cool.
43 and a half. Just I get your reasoning. It is the best game of the slate, so have some fun. I just don't have any confidence in either of these offenses. They just haven't shown me
What?
anything to
What are you talking
what
about?
what I
The
don't what
Chargers haven't shown you any offensive life at all? Like,
I mean, I wouldn't say at all, but I don't really believe in them. I don't think they're like some prolific offense. Plus, J.K. Dobbins done for the season now. Their run game was terrible to begin with, and now it's done pretty much. I just don't really. I don't really believe in either of these offenses. I don't think the Chiefs are going to go out here and ball out. I think they're going to do what they do every single week: play with their food for 3.5 quarters, and then do just enough to win, whether it be by their own hand or the officials. I just I don't really see a whole lot of points being scored in this game. I think the last time they played, this game was boring as shit. I think we get a repeat. So yeah, under 43 and a half. Will, whose side are you on?
Neither.
Coward.
I
well, he's on another side, just not you or me.
I know, coward. He has to pick. He has to pick.
All right, well, if you were to choose a side, which one would you be on?
Well, this is the reason why I didn't choose a total.
Because he's a coward.
I am a coward.
What? You know,
I will.
what?
I
What?
also
What do you
didn't
got?
look at it. I didn't look at the number um, for
It's
the total.
43 and a half.
Man, that's so low. But like,
It's not high either.
yeah,
It's not
it's
really
not.
low, but it's not high.
Yeah, I
It's right
guess
there. It's just right there. It's an NFL total.
it's just like Chiefs are gonna stay. They're gonna play with their food. Exactly what Chris is saying. It's just like I would say I am a little bit more of a believer in the Chargers to put up some points, but I also think that the Chiefs are going to play up or down, whatever it has to be in order to win the game by one or two. And I'm taking the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers +4 here. Like it it feels like such a point where everyone doesn't believe in the Chiefs and then they just go on a tear, just beat the shit out of everyone. That's kind of how it feels. But there's nothing that tells me that they're going to beat them by more than four. Like it's I mean, yeah, they're 11-1, but like kind of barely. They barely beat the Raiders. And like
I wouldn't even say they're barely 11 and 1. I mean, if you could I mean, I don't have this in front of me, but if you could count up the one score games the Chiefs had,
yeah, or the field goal games, like I don't understand how anyone can bet on this with confidence on the Chiefs side, and so I got to take the Chargers. Chargers been playing pretty well. They've been playing good football. Um, that's that's pretty much all I got to say about that. But I I have been scared to bet a prime time over, but also scared to bet a prime time under. So I've been trying not to do either of those. But
all
yeah,
right. Well, I mean,
Chiefs.
I like that pick. I was just too much of a coward to take it, to be
Honestly,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chiefs. I looked it up. Chiefs have had 9 one-score games this season.
I mean, they could easily be 2 and 9. That's what's
Yeah,
or
I
2
mean,
and 9 score games. They're 11. They could be 3 and
nine.
they
9.
could
Yeah.
be
They could
bad.
be 3 and
They
9.
could be the Bears, honestly.
Yeah. They could be the Bears.
um, Also, another thing you said, like, why don't I believe in the Chargers offense? Kirk Cousins gift wrapped that game to them, and they scored 17 points.
So, okay, here's another thing though, is that no, like for real though, like the Charger, like whoever made this like NFL schedule, I think they kind of hate the Chargers because what was it like the week before they played the Rams? Uh, God, where is it? Or no, I'm sorry, the Falcons. Yeah, they played Monday night against the Ravens, and then they have them fly out to Atlanta for a noon start for like a player body time like West Coast 10 a.m. start. And then there's like, okay, here's your biggest divisional rival, two-time Super Bowl champ, like on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shit schedule coming down the pipe for the Ravens or for I'm sorry, not the Ravens, the Chargers.
No.
But yeah, I
I will
mean,
say I will say something about just the schedule, not just anyone's specific schedule, but there are just so many divisional games in the later part of this season. Like, come
yeah,
on, guys, let's spread this out.
I
this
feel
is
like
like when shit gets interesting though. Like this is when, divisions start to get wrapped up and, this is when things have more implications to, you know, playoff appearances or divisional titles and stuff like that. But
I do feel like though that like there are more teams who are just have all divisional games the rest of the way than I've remembered it seeing in a while. Because the Titans this week are playing their second divisional game of the season,
Yeah,
and it's week
I think
14.
we've only
I
played
know the Bears are in a
the
similar
third, we
situation.
played the Colts, right?
Colts
We
and
put
who? Oh, and then
the
Texans.
Texans.
Yeah, yeah. So this is our third, but still, it's week 14. I know the Bears are in a
Sure.
similar situation, and
Mhm.
there's another. I feel like there's another AFC team that was kind of like that, but I forget off the top of my head. But yeah, I do feel like it's more just like later in the season, you do get more divisional games because the schedule, like it's still a TV show. You want drama, but I do feel like there are a lot more this season than there have been, like just stacked up, like on a week by week basis than years prior.
Yeah, it I don't know, feels like maybe a little too much. I don't know.
I mean, I like it. It makes them a lot more entertaining.
Well,
But
I mean, I don't like it because like Titans are playing the Jags this week, and then we're playing someone else next week, and then we're just playing the Jags again. Like I need some
I mean,
time.
yeah, I
that's
mean,
kind of,
but that's kind of what the Steelers Browns are doing too. Like they played 2 weeks ago on
Yeah, I need
Thursday
and
some
night.
time.
it's the same thing as Cardinals Seahawks. They played 2 weeks ago, and they're playing again
Yeah.
this week.
Yep.
Yeah,
So yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I feel like it is kind of repetitive.
yeah. It just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel like much has changed since their last meetings. I don't know. It's like I don't know. You got to have points in the season, not just all the points be at the end of the season. I don't know. Um, okay, well that's the slate. If we don't have anything else to add, um, okay, that's the slate. Moving on to our surefire picks of the week, double unit guarantee not to lose, and I am going to throw it to Chris to give out his surefire first. What is your pick, Chris?
All right, I lost my surefire in brutal fashion last week, thanks to Mac Jones and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So I am getting revenge this week, and who better to be my soldier than my Tennessee Titans? -3.5 against the shitbag Jacksonville Jaguars. Is this a homer pick? Yeah, kinda, but I got numbies to back it up. The last 10 years, when the Titans and Jags have played in Nashville, the Titans are 9-1, winning those games by an average of 10 points. Even when we were terrible, which we are right now, the Titans beat the Jaguars. That just happens. And I think we beat them this week. And I think we beat them by more than 4, and they get revenge for what the inept Houston Texans could not do for me last week. The Titans come through. They cover 3.5. They get my revenge. They cash a surefire. Who wants to go next? Sean, what do you? What's your surefire play of the week?
All right. On the lowest of keys, this could be a sneaky good game from really bad teams.
Yeah,
It's Jags Titans over 39.5.
let's
Now,
go.
Whoa.
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's good, but Will Levis has been quietly improving at an impressive rate over these past, few weeks that he's come back from his injury.
Very
He's
quiet.
averaging over 8.5 yards per play or per attempt, I should say. With Pro Bowler NWI and Tony Pollard being in the top 10 of the rushing leaders, the Jaguars defense just may not be able to keep up. This will also be the Titans' easiest matchup of the season. Like you said, Chris, it's death, taxes, and the Titans beating the Jaguars. It's inevitable. But the Titans' defense is kind of also in a little bit of a rut. They're in a little bit of shambles. Even against Mac Jones, I think they just aren't clicking. But even with his improvement, Levis is more than likely due for an NIT or two. So, yeah, let's. I like I said, lowest of keys. This could be a sneaky good game. 39 and a half, over 39 and a half all day. Will, what is your surefire double unit guaranteed pick of the week?
So I don't have a Titans play to add
That's
to the
that's
same game parlay.
fantastic.
Uh, but uh, it is a game that I have previously talked about on this week's show. Uh, it's the Falcons plus 5.5. I like this. I really, really like this number here. Like Chris said, it's if it's at 6, I'm hammering this. I'm hammering this. I like them to cover the number here. I like a bounce back game. They're leading the division. Uh, the Bucks are slowly starting to get healthy, and like the Bucks have been losing games, but they have been still putting up points and still kind of staying semi-relevant. Probably the same relevancy as the Falcons. Actually, probably more because Baker Mayfield is doing everything by himself. Um, they're just not winning all the games, and the Falcons they gotta win this game. I don't think they will, but they are going to try. Damn it! And I love this. I love them to cover plus 5.5 or 6 here. Um, but yeah, that's my double unit play. Um, okay, those are the surefire picks of the week. And that was so weird. 2 Titans picks. I don't think that's ever been done on the show.
No. I'm looking something up though.
Okay. Then I'm going to get into the extra
Team
plays
totals.
of the week.
Oh, there we go.
Uh,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Hold
You
on.
want me to hold on or
Yeah, hold on.
you got it?
Okay.
I
So I kind of sneaky love this as well. Uh, Tennessee Titans over 21.5 total points.
I thought about that.
Yeah.
I've just
I
been
was looking up the team total. If you parlay that with Chris's surefire and my surefire, you come up with a plus 250 same game parlay.
can
Yes, Chris.
we have to add another leg to that. That's
Oh,
if
the
it's an
NWI touchdown as well.
automatic.
Automatic. Oh,
Let's just see what we get.
he's top 3.
Yeah, I know.
Plus 1.
The books are getting wise
Yeah.
to the
Plus
best wide
650.
receiver. Hey, we'll
Plus
still take that.
650 4 leg. Tennessee Titans over 21.5. Nick Westbrook Akine anytime touchdown score over 39.5. Tennessee Titans minus 3.5. plus 650. I might do that.
That
$10
no,
pays 75.
that number 15 is gonna look real pretty hanging from the rafters in new Nissan Stadium.
Yeah, I mean,
If we
I
don't
mean,
trade him away.
I don't care. Number 15 is retired in my heart right now. He is on an unprecedented run.
what does the W stand for again, Chris?
Suck my dick. That's what it stands for. Guy's a fucking legend. Every week, I am addicted to it. Like when
You're addicted to gambling?
No, I'm addicted to Nick Westbrook and Keeney touchdowns. Like even if I wasn't gambling, I would still just as a fan, I would need it every week, and I'm getting it every week. And like just when this last week, when Levis just dropped it right in a bucket, 30 yards out. Oh, when I saw 15 just coming up, and I was like, oh, this is it. Like I wasn't even worried. Anyone else, I'd be like, hey, he might drop it, might get bet away. I don't know, but no, Nick Westbrook and Keeney catches fucking touchdowns. Doesn't do much else, but we don't need him to do much else. Pro Bowl, NWI.
Right. I will say right before that play, I was sitting with Will, and I was like, "What the fuck are they doing?" Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, "What?
no,
What are they doing?" And then like, he just dropped it into his hands, and I was like, "Oh, let's
they
go!"
they
Like,
just decided to do the NWI touchdown play.
oh yeah, it's automatic. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, NWI. I was getting to it at like plus 1300 earlier this season. It was
Yep,
fun. Yep. It's
it's
been
plus 180 now. That was
plus 185 on
like
DraftKings as of this moment.
they've
Yeah,
gotten wise. It's
well,
a
yeah, he's
shame.
got 8 touchdowns. He's tied with Amon-Ra St. Brown for touchdowns. Of course, they're gonna get wise on it.
I'm just saying, if it can stay in the 200s, now I gotta start getting a little cute and going first, and that's when I'm gonna start losing money.
That
But
don't do that. Be responsible. Just anytime you're still gonna make money.
yeah, it should be minus odds if we're being honest.
Well, yeah, yeah, but get cute with first touchdowns and two or more touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm gonna start going
Like
down a rabbit hole with these.
yeah. Next week, two or more touchdown is plus 1500. So
see, see, now that's irresponsible because he only done that like twice.
yeah, that's irresponsible.
But
But
it's
But
the
it
first
did.
Jag.
touchdown,
Oh,
first touchdown is 900.
before we get into, I know we still have extra plays. We gotta maybe sprinkle Calvin Ridley also to do touchdown.
Oh yes, that was probably going to be a day pick for
Yeah,
me
little
against his
parlay.
former team. Calvin Ridley's kind of been killing it as of late. He's been putting up yards, dude.
Hmm.
He hasn't,
Yards.
he hasn't been putting up. Fuck you. Um, uh, fuck you. God damn it. He hasn't reached the end zone as much as we'd like him to, but he's been getting some yards on in, you
That
know.
they'll target him in the end
Yards.
zone. Like this is
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
same way at this point they are very much targeting NWI in the end zone. They will do that with Calvin Ridley this week. On DraftKings, both of them to score. Parlayed is 850.
Do we just add that to the parlay then?
Honestly,
Like,
might
yeah,
have to.
like plus 1800.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
All right.
the parlay I mentioned plus Calvin Ridley anytime touchdown plus 1800.
I'll take.
I might
Sounds,
do that just for fun.
I'll probably take it. Let's
Yeah,
have some fun.
yeah. Let's just. It's the Jags, dude. This is like our Super Bowl. Like this is
It
like a
have to
We're just
guaranteed.
having a
Like
good time.
yeah, yeah.
I'm just enjoying this conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, we got
Yeah,
extra
we got
plays,
some other
don't we?
plays. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some extra plays. Okay, extra plays. I'll go first. The two extra plays I got, I actually had the Jags Titans written down. the over. So I
Okay.
will be taking that separately outside of the surefire parlay. And then my only other play is Monday Night Football, Bengals at Cowboys over 49 and a half, or 48, whatever. Oh, it's 49. Because the Bengals have no defense and they can put
Sunny.
up, yeah, Sonny the cat is Sonny. Stupid cat. Um the Bengals have no defense and the Cowboys kind of don't either. They're starting Cooper Rush. He kind of sucks, but if CD Lamb can just catch the ball, I think this over cashes easily. The over on Monday Night Football. Um, that's all I got. Chris,
All right.
Real quick. What's that dude on the Bengals? Is it Hendricks? Doesn't he like lead the league in sacks or something? Like he's got
Yeah.
like 13.
Hendrickson,
Hendrickson? Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
who
but you gotta watch out for him though, and Cooper Rush. Like, be
maybe.
careful.
Oh, it
Who's
is
to say?
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Hendrickson. Yeah.
Yeah. But is it my turn?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ah,
Um,
stupid cat.
Sonny, no. All right.
You
Anyway,
bit me.
I got I got four extra. One currency of Sean, Seahawks plus 2.5, taking that. I also have Bengals Cowboys over 49.5. Just Ryan Bengals overs until they give me a reason not to. Offense is amazing. Defense is one of the worst I've ever seen. So give me that over. Eagles minus 12 against the Panthers. No, Bryce Young's been looking good. I think it kind of comes to an end right now. Jesus Christ, can't talk. Eagles have the best pass defense in football. They also have the best rush offense in football, and the Panthers have the worst. So I think they kind of just do whatever they want in this game. Sorry, Bryce Young, rooting for you. I think you get your shit rocked this week. And the last play of the week. Bears plus 4. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Matt Eberflus out. See ya, bozo. Coaching bump or coaching firing bump. They Bears could win this game outright. The 49ers are deader than dead. They are they can't do anything. It doesn't matter who's quarterback in this team. They can't do anything. Eberflus not being on this team is incredibly just beneficial. So Bears can win this game outright. I'm taking plus 4, and that is the card.
I'm kind of a coward because I thought the same exact thing about the Bears. Like, it's like I kind of want to take it, but like I don't know. Like, yeah, the 49ers can't figure out anything right now, but this is
I mean,
I just didn't want to take it. I just didn't want to take it.
the Bears should have beat the or should have at least gone to overtime with the Lions. If they
That's
can do
true.
that, if they had a competent coach, they probably would have at least gotten field goal range there. If they can go to overtime with the best team one of the best teams in the NFC, they should be able to beat just the whatever 49ers, or at least keep it within 4. So yeah, I'm taking the Bears. There's got like they probably like were popping champagne, smoking cigars in that locker room when it was announced Eberflus was fired. It's more of a morale bump than anything. So yes, Bears plus 4. Sean, what's the rest of your card?
All right. Well, I only had two more, but now I have four. Um, yeah, Bengals, Cowboys over. Whatever you guys said. You made some
49.
great points. I didn't have a Monday night pick, but I was teetering on that line of over. But these teams kind of suck. But Jamar Chase has like 13 touchdowns or something insane. Um, yeah, gonna go with the Bears also plus 4. Uh, I was burned by the interim head coach trend earlier this season when I went against the Saints for the Falcons as my surefire pick, but whatever. We're gonna move past it and we're gonna make up for it from the Bears +4. Um, but yeah, uh, Raiders Bucks over 46 and a half, running it back to a Bucks over. And I kind of wish I had been following this as well, but both teams are 8-4 on the over this season, so let's keep that rolling. Both teams have like, kind of middle of the road defenses and offensives that, they produce. They can fucking score.
They got
Uh,
playmakers.
they got playmakers. Yeah. Tampa Bay's offense, rebounded home, uh, barely winning against the Panthers last week. Aiden O'Connell under center has kind of been more impressive than what Gardner Minshew has been doing his entire life. Just saying. Um, Also worthy to note, these last four meetings, the over is 4-0. So let's keep it rolling. And then last play, Panthers Eagles over 46. Another over for you. Panthers have been kind of sneaky good at scoring as of late, and the Eagles have scored at least 24 points in their last 7 games. Panthers also have the worst rushing defense in the NFL. Saquon could go absolutely feral on Sunday. Uh, he's already the leaguer, league leader in rushing.
Yards.
All right, fucking, I'm just going. Panthers Eagles over 46. We're done. We're stopping.
Okay. Rushing yards. Okay. What else? What else do we talk about?
All right, we only got like 9 minutes, but there was something. I saw something on Twitter that was it's like you've got to be sick for praying for the 49ers downfall. And it was, that guy like laying in the bed, just like
Yeah,
dying, basically. Um, do you guys feel that way? Or like, do you like it? I mean, this to me, this is a team that has been so close for many years and has made many Super Bowl appearances and just can't get there. And you kind of like, to me, you almost feel kind of bad, but also like this is a historic franchise that has Super Bowls, that has championships. Um, do you feel bad for like their injury downfall or I don't even know what to call it, really. It's not really a
I don't.
downfall. It's just unfortunate, I guess.
I don't necessarily feel bad. Like I don't really
Hmm.
sympathize with a team that's been to two Super Bowls in 4 years.
Sure.
But I am not like sitting back here like, yes, they're
Yeah.
failing. Like I just like I don't. It's kind of like whatever. Like I don't love to see it, but also
It
I like parity in the league, so it's nice that they're
I
taking a
like
step
different
back and
shit.
other
it
teams are
happens.
taking a step forward. Also, yeah, like your
Yeah, it
window's not
happens.
open forever. Like this shit happens. Like I like yeah, it's I don't know. I don't feel sympathy. I don't feel like happy that they're losing right now. It's just kind of like whatever, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I think the whole Brock Purdy thing, like, him being Mr. Irrelevant, I think it's a cool story, but like they got dudes everywhere. But I mean, the injury problem, honestly, this is the story of the 49ers. They'll go to the Super Bowl and then get really injured at the year or two after, and they're dog shit. They get another pick, and it's great. It's another dude, another weapon, um, and then they're great again, and then they have it all figured out. And so it's it's also kind of like, they have a history of like they've won Super Bowls. Like I don't. It'd be different. It'd be different. Oh, it'd be different if it was like the Bills or like the Lions, like because those teams haven't done anything, and now that they're good, like it's I don't know, it's I don't feel bad, but I'm
Yeah.
not happy. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just kind of I more or less just think of it as like this just kind of happens, in the NFL where a team catches kind of an injury bug. Like they placed Mattinson or not Mattinson, what's Mason and CMC on IR this week. CMC's done for the year. Uh, Mason, he's probably done as well. It's unfortunate, uh, but it. I wasn't necessarily praying for their downfall. Also,
Nah,
like at all.
no.
But there are people, and this we are Titans fans, and we are AFC. We mostly focus on AFC teams, who are the bane of our existence, like the Bengals, the Bills, the Chiefs. Teams that are just constantly beating us. And if you're a Cowboys fan, you're not in the same division, but you fucking hate the 49ers.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, like, I mean, I get that there are people that are like praying for this downfall, but also, is it really like this is just kind of part of the game. Like, also, like the injuries happen. This shit
Yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean,
just, and like Will said, like, that this is the 49ers like script almost, where they're bad because they're hurt, and then they get a guy, and then he's amazing, and then they're right back in the Super Bowl 2 years later. They'll be back. Like, don't.
Yeah,
Brock
they're
Purdy's
fine.
going to get paid. He's going to get paid, and he'll be back. And watch out, like.
Mhm.
it might be like we're getting close to Shanahan just can't win the big one.
Yeah.
Like we've been teetering on that for a while now. I feel like it's kind of starting to get there. It's like I just like he's a very good coach. I'm not disputing that. If he got fired
Yeah,
today, 31 other teams would fire their coach in a heartbeat to get him, or they should at least. I
yeah. I mean,
I just don't know if he can win this super, and it's a very hard thing to do. But when you're in the upper echelon of coaches, you gotta win a Super Bowl, and I don't know. I just don't know if he can. He's had 3 chances now, if you count his OC with the Falcons, and just he's blown leads in all of them. And I just don't know if he can do it.
Yeah, I think it's
two
tough
of
to
those being
compare.
against Patrick Mahomes.
And
Yeah.
the other being
Mhm.
against Tom Brady. So I do
Yeah,
get that it's a little
it's
bit of a
like,
shit draw. But
yeah,
you have
I,
leads in all three, one being 28-3.
yeah,
Win one.
yeah. I mean,
You had 3 shots.
Yeah.
yeah, third time's obviously not the charm. So,
All right, fellas, I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
all right, sounds good.
All right. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We really, really appreciate it. Check out the links in the bio. One for uh, a 15% off a premium membership on the Trend Center app, the greatest tool for sports bettors. It honestly pays for itself if you actually use it. And then check out the link in our bio for all of our socials. Bandit should be coming out with a pick here soon for Thursday Night Football. The Lions and Packers, very, very important game uh, for the North, the NFC North, that division.
Appointment television.
Yes, uh, and then I think that's all I got actually. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money. Poop.
All right.